All right, Shalom. Want to start out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to you. How about Shema, Shabbat, Shema, Kakwadash, double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Shalom to all the Akim out there pushing the word of sincerity and in truth. Yeah, I just want to do this lesson on this article that was posted under Recession Money on social media, where it speaks about this average so-called black family, which we know, of course, we're Israelites. You know, that stem from the respective tribes. But in particular, this article was dealing with the Negroes here Negroes, Haitians, and Jamaicans, you know, here in America, classified as black. And it says, study shows the average black family passes on $0 to the next generation, which is insanity, you know, and that shows you that we're under a divine curse here, you know, in this world. You know, Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter, for sure, it's talking about us as a people. It's definitely not talking about those gutter rats over there in the Holy Land that's propagating themselves to be God's chosen people. Because when in history the Deuteronomy 28th chapter from the 15th verse on down will fall upon those people, you know. Even when you look up the word ghetto, it speaks about, it means an area where the Jews lived. But when you think about the worst ghettos in history, or even the coined term ghetto, you think about where we reside, you know, legendary hoods and ghettos all throughout America, Brooklyn and the Bronx. You know, you had the Magnolia Projects in New Orleans, you know, a lot of those hoods and Miami and Florida and things of that nature. You know, even here in Atlanta, you know, Techwood, which was a notorious ghetto, you know, or they would call them housing projects, the projects, you know, which was drug ridden, you know, a lot of narcotics and a high capacity of drugs, as well as ammunition and guns, would be found within these communities. And it's been spoken of that the CIA and various other intelligence agencies deliberately put drugs as well as machine guns and things of that nature within these communities, you know, to enhance the crime rate. You know, here it is, a lot of jakes could barely pay rent, but they got a gun, you know, that look like it should be you know, overseas somewhere fighting in the midst of a war. So how are they buying all these different exotic guns, you know, and things of that nature? You could say from the streets, but the streets get them from somewhere. You know, they're sourced from some type of manufacturers, you know. And like I said, these devils, they prey upon us as a people. They deliberately push hatred within our communities, as well as poison, you know, and they impoverish us. You know, that's why, like it says, at the end all be all, you see how hard our fathers work, our forefathers work. And when the time leading up to them passing away is to come, they can't give anything but debt unto their descendants. You see? And that's from the bottom to how you think at the top, as far as Negroes go, you know. So I'm gonna get Deuteronomy 28. Let me see what I want to go into particular, because you know, of course, the 15th verse speaks about the field, which I'll get into. I started 16. Yeah. Cursed shall thou be in the city, and cursed shall thou be in the field. Yeah, the field represents the world, you know. So no matter where we go, the ability to actually have opportunity to leverage and elevate ourselves is slim to none. You know, no matter if you got a nice vehicle or a nice house, at the end all be all, you know, that's why you have what's known as a debt note. Excuse me, a death note or a mortgage. You know, also known as a death pledge, because when you actually sign the mortgage, you're going to be under a fix, more than likely a 30-year fix, and you're going to pay on that mortgage. Most people get their mortgages at 30, you know, some a little bit later, some a little bit earlier, but the average is around that age span. So you pay it up until the point of your death, and a lot of people go heavily in debt trying to pay their mortgage and their car notes, and then eventually in their latter years they have all kind of outstanding medical bills, and they you know what I'm saying, die with damn near nothing, you know. And then they have to, what does it happen? The family has to put up the house, you know, or the house gets given to somebody that, you know, is more than likely an opportunist in the family or something of that nature, or somebody that doesn't have the ability to delegate within the family, you know. And then, you know, everything withers away within a few generations, you know. So we are under heavy curses, you know. These curses are like shackles on our wrists and ankles, and the Lord has to break us free out of this captivity, man, because it's only going to get worse. Verse 44, I started, matter of fact, 42. All thy trees and fruit of thy land shall be consumed. That's your produce. Anything you try to produce on the side, and we don't even have actual produce or agriculture that's inherent here. You know, all we have is, you know, you might have a car, you might have some fancy clothes, you know, and you might have a nice house and some furniture. But all in all, you're drowning in debt, whether it's student loan debt, medical debt, say your mortgage payments, automobile, your auto loan debt, credit card debt. You know, this is a debt-based institution that we're living in, and it's our great prison camp that the Lord has us here to serve. Verse 43, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high. Yeah, that's why you have the 1% and the elite. And thou shalt come down very low. Yeah, and we're in the pit, we're in the system. He shall lend to thee. Yeah, you have to go to him for, you got to go to these banks, you know, and you go to these institutions, and all of them are owned. The presidents and the vice presidents of these institutions are all Edomites, man. You know, they might put a little nigger face and a Negro face, you know, within certain positions, but it's always a level up with a man behind the man. Behind the man is the damn devil, an Edomite. Shall lend to thee, and thou shalt not lend to him. He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail. Yeah, so we're going to be broken down and brought to the bottom, you know, a low estate. But the Lord is going to raise us up out of the state, and we stay and remain faithful, you know. And this is just all a sign, like it tells you in this verse 46. Matter of fact, I started 45, and I read 45 and then 46 and close, because I didn't want to make it too long. I'm, you know, on the job. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy power, to keep his commandments and the statutes which I command thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign, for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Yeah, what's a sign? An indication. It's more than evident that we are God's chosen people due to the fact of all the things that we have to suffer, you know. A good movie I always reference is the movie District 9, where you had those UFOs, which were represented pretty much the angels, and you had those people that was low, eating dog food, eating damn near anything to survive, and they were being preyed upon. And the scriptures stated, we shall be a prey. You know, the scriptures liken us unto sheep. Sheep are actually preyed upon by predators, which are wolves, and so many predators that eat sheep, you know. Is delectable. We're a delectable prey upon, and the scriptures speak about these nations, you know, how they destroy us, and everybody wants a part of the so-called black man's dollar, you know. That's why we outsource so much money, and our income is pretty much eradicated, you know. But the Lord is going to have to get us out of this place, because we're in the worst case scenario. So with that, I'm going to end it by giving all praise and glory to you. How about Shema Shabbat, Shem Kakodash, Dabonis Apostle, Elder Green Millstone, Shalom Alaikum.